Hi everyone, welcome to Code Kamkaji. I hope everybody are doing good. In this video, we will be discussing about another concept in GitHub Actions called building a Docker image with the GitHub Actions. So stay tuned till this video, and if you haven't liked, subscribe to Code Kamkaji, I request you to go and do it right away. So there are few prerequisites for this entire operation. So first prerequisite that you should have a source code into your GitHub repository. So here I have added app.py, which is a Python Flask framework. So this is the Python Flask framework, basic code which was written. And along this app.py, I have the requirement.txt where we have denoted all the requirements to build the application or get up and running, Flask and Pandas. So the third one is Dockerfile. So this is the Docker file, you're going to add all the predefined instructions to build your Docker image, and the Docker file name should start with a capital D and after that O or OCKER file. And this Docker file has been giving a predefined structure way of building your Docker images. And this all the components has been written by the Docker org. So we need to follow those components, and accordingly we can build image. So if you take a look at this file, we have the from where I have been taking a base OS, which is a Python 3.9, and my working directory inside of the container would be app. That's why I have ordered the work dir, and after that I'm copying all my app.py from my source code and requirement.txt and into my app directory. And after I'm running a command while I'm building the Docker image, that is the run, and after that I'm calling this pip install -r requirement.txt. So then this is a very minimal Python command where you use to run your install all the dependencies on your server or in your image. And later, I'm going to use the expose components, and I'm going to expose it with a 5000 port, and I'm going to use the CMD. So this commands will be executed while you are creating a Docker container out of your Docker image. So it will run those commands, and it will get up and running your application. It can be Python, Java, .NET, any stack. You can take any source code. In my case, I have taken Python. In your case, you can take Angular, Node.js, Ruby, or anything you can take. So with the help of these all components, you can build the Docker image and you can verify it. Fine. So we have seen we have the source code and we have the Docker file. Now it's time to go with the GitHub workflows. So here in the GitHub workflows, I have taken the very basic minimum workflows. So this is my workflow name, Python Flask Docker image, and that I have been mentioned some rules. So the rule is whoever have pushed the source code into main branch, and if anybody have raised a pull request into main branch, so this pipeline will get executed. And here I have jobs. So in the jobs, this is the Docker build is job name, and it has been running on self-hosted runner. So this is my runner. So this is the runner I have configured into my GitHub Actions. So I can show you going into the settings. So here I can show you in the runner session, runners. This is my Docker and self-hosted. This is my tags. So, and after that, I have the steps. The first step is a code checkout, and I have used a few predefined actions. And later, this is where we are building the image. So my step name is a build Docker image, and that I'm going to call the command, which is a Docker build. This is the command where you can use to create a Docker image out of your Docker file, and after that I'm tagging if it is a Docker name. So -t flag is a tag, and this is the tag name, and dot is something that it will go and find the Docker file on the root level and wherever it is available on root level. So if you have any subdirectory, you can specify the directory where you have where you have kept your Docker file, and you can specify that directory path. So this is how you can use a very simple command, to build a Docker image. But if you'd like to build a Docker image, so your runner should have a Docker install already, which means you can use this command apt install docker.io. So this is the command you can use to install a Docker in your runner. So once you install it, so you need to add your user to the Docker group. So accordingly, it won't throw any error like permission denied or something. So if you have installed a Docker in your runner, so you can directly build your Docker images by the help of these workflows via GitHub Actions. So I hope it is clear for you, all the very basic, simple structure we have for source code, which is the workflows and Docker file and the source code. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a small commit into the pipeline. So this is where we can see all the actions. So these all had been ran by me only, like before making this video for practicing purpose. So this was run ago 28 seconds ago. It was ran. So if I refresh it, sorry, it ran 8 minutes ago and 28 seconds it took. So what I will do, I'll add a small commit inside of my requirement.txt. I'll add the another dependency. It can be numpy, numerical python. So in the dependencies I have been added. So once I do commit changes, like it will get committed into my source code. So my pipeline will get executed, and if I see here, if I refresh it, so it will get executed. It has been created, like with the commit message update requirement.txt. If I click on this, so this is my job name, step name. So docker hyphen build. And if I go inside, so it is executing one by one. If you see this one, like first it will check out the all the source code, and it check out all the source code. Now it is building the image with the help of this command. If I place on this, so docker build hyphen t docker image, so it is executing one by one. It is pulling source code. It is pulling the official 3.9 python image. After that, it is building all our image. So if you see this one, installing packages, like all the required packages, and it is giving a very minimum warning. So we have been running the image as a root user, so it is just giving the minimum warning, and it has successfully tagged as a docker image, and it is successfully built with this image id. So what I'm going to do, so this pipeline has successfully executed, and we would like to verify it whether the image got built or not on runner. So I'll head back to the runner. So I'll pass one command like docker image ls is the command to check whether your images have to find the available images in your machine. So if I press enter, I have the two images, which is a base image, which is a 3.9, it got pulled, and docker image. So this is what we have tagged. So this is the image id. If we go back, and you can cross verify it, with this image id 9f728a. So 9f728a, this is the image id. So it is matching, which means we have successfully built our own image with the help of GitHub Actions, and it was created by 28 seconds ago. And this is a size of 1.19 GB. So this is how you can build the Docker image with the help of GitHub Actions by following the very simple way of it. You should have one workflows file, YAML file, and you should have a Docker file, and you should have a source code. So this is how you can build it, but there are hundreds of bunch of ways where you can build the Docker image in best practices. But I have given very minimal, basic level of understanding how to build the Docker image, and even in the docker file you can add a number of components. So in official documents we have like a number of components as per your requirement. You can use those components. So I have brought very minimal components of docker file to add it for make you understand easily. So you can verify the official documentation. I'll add the official documents into the descriptions. You can take a look into it, and you can follow it. So I hope it is make you understand of this entire session. And if you have any queries, I request you to drop your comments in comment section. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Bye bye.